I want to talk to you about the core strategy here and the mechanisms behind it. The best way for you to meet your poised self is to go face to face with your poison itself. So it's basically, you need to meet your shadow so you can integrate, right? It's always about integrating and looking at the knowing who you are by understanding who you're not. So poised about being self-possessment, and people that no matter what they faced in life, they chose their life mission, and we all benefit today for them having chosen their own life mission. So today we know they are recognized people, they are recognized personalities in their industries as public people, personas, and everything else. They're influential people, but it doesn't mean that it was easy for them. They didn't wake up, and they have lots of struggles. And if we go through their bios and everything else, we're gonna see that in detail. This should be an encouragement for us to embrace that journey. As I mentioned earlier, Poised is more than authenticity. It's more than confidence. I use a lot the word authenticity and confidence because that's what usually people relate to overall. And that's where and there's so many people that are people are having an identity crisis, and they sometimes do not realize that. That's one of the reasons why people get a lot depressed and everything else, because they get lost on who they are. But ultimately, to feel poised is to have self-actualization and as I said, choose your own life path. So, and it's more about releasing instead of being what you need to be. It's more about releasing all conditioning, all influence, everything that you are not. It's not an easy process, because ultimately, you do not, that's the identity piece, the identity portion that I'm talking about at some points. Like, who are you? If I ask you, who are you? How do you define yourself? You will talk about your roles probably. So I'm a mother, I'm a business person, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a writer, I don't know, I'm a housewife, or I'm a daughter, or I'm an expat. How do you call yourself? How do you define yourself? It's not something easy to do. So, and I'm not saying here you have to have words for you, but just pay attention on how, if I ask you, who are you? Define yourself. How would you say? What words would you choose? What would you say? This is me and this is not me. It's challenging, and that's what I say that conditioning is all about, because it's happening unconsciously. One of the most common things to happen is to identify ourselves with the roles that we play, right? So it happens, it's an armor that we start wearing, and it happens unconsciously. And as I said, the work here that we are going to go through in this conversation today is really how to undress and how to be aware of that conditioning. So